What's up, guys? Verdugo29 back with you, and here is the second battle. I promised you, I said I was going to do it. I'm a man of my word. You'll find that. If you battle me, you know. Like, anyway, okay, so my battling opponent today is Lalonde. Lalonde. I'm just going to call him Lalonde. I think it's a girl, Lalonde. Anyway, so she is running a Paragli, a Eviolite Porygon 2, a Weezing, a Sableye, a Scolipede, and a Seismitoad. So really weird team. She seemed pretty confident though going into the battle, thinking she could beat me, but whatever. I'm running a specially defensive Stealth Rock Titar, Assault Vest Scavalier, the Absolute Threat Leftovers specially defensive Umbreon, Mega Venusaur specially attacking, defensive Kofagrigus, and Choice Scarf Terrakion. So I was feeling pretty confident going into this battle, and let's see how it goes. So, like, really, to be honest, this is kind of like UU versus OU. Well, I guess most of my team is UU, but I feel like it's RU versus UU. Anyway, I'm leading with my Beast, my Tita, and she decides to go off with her Seismitoad. Seismitoad actually looks pretty cool as a shiny, I'm not gonna lie. Kinda looks like a Frodo Frog. Anyway, we're both going to just set up rocks on our first turn, which is okay. I mean, I don't really have a way of getting rid of rocks, but then again, my team doesn't really care about rocks as much as I think her team will in the long run. Especially Terrakion. Terrakion's fine coming in on rocks and then attacking Pokemon that have had rocks damage, because then if they're sashed, just good night Irene. So anyway, I switch in Venusaur, predicting the Scold from this Seismitoad. And of course, the Hax Gods are back again, and I get burnt, which is frustrating as hell for me. And then I forget, I don't know why I do this to myself. I feel like I forgot that she had a Wheezing. But you know what? I figure I knew that she had a threat, so I decided to just go for a Leech Seed here, playing it safe, Mega Venusauring it up, because if this Weezing has Fire Blast, now I've got Thick Fat to be able to live it just that little bit better. Not too much better, but just a little bit better. And this Weezing is going to be not too much of a problem, but at one point it was starting to scare me. So it's got the old Black Sludge healing factor, which is great, I guess. Good for you, Weezing. Smells good. Yeah, bro. Anyway, I figure the best thing I can do here is just stall him, because this Weezing can't do shit to me, unless it's carrying, something really strong. So unfortunately, I forget that with the Sandstorm up, my syntheses are going to do nothing for me. So he's going to start stockpiling, and this kind of worried me a bit, but then I remember that, you know what, this thing is taking more damage from the Sandstorm and the Leech Seed than it is getting the recovery back with the Black Sludge. And so I know that I'm taking it down little bit by little bit. But I also have to factor in the fact that my Venusaur is getting burnt, and that the synthesis isn't really doing enough for me. And so, saying that, I figure I need to go out to something that can really take out this Weezing and not take damage. So I figure Kofagrigus, since this thing is just defensive, all I need to do is burn this Weezing, and it's taking shitloads of damage every turn. And that's just going to really put it under pressure. I figured that was a smart play to do. Since the Sandstorm was now over, this Weezing was getting basically the same stuff back that it was losing. And Kofagrigus now is just going to easily heal off all the rocks damage that it had, thanks to a combination of Lefties and Leech Seed. So the best part about this Weezing staying is that I don't know if the person wants to switch it out just yet, for the fact that it's got 2 stockpiles, but it's good for me because I'm just getting health back. So he's going to go for the Flamethrower, and I was like, that's okay, I'm just going to Will-O-Wisp. So he reveals the Fire move, which, good for him. I don't know why he didn't use it earlier against my Venusaur, but that was his choice. I'm going to completely eat up this Flamethrower, though, and then I'm going to get basically all my health back. Because, I am a Kofagrigus and I am annoying. And now I've got him in a really good position, because he's going to now take burn damage as well. I'm basically at full health. I'm just flying good here. So she has to retreat her Weezing, or else it's going to die. Goes into Seismitoad, and this is when I realised that Seismitoad has a very good special defense, because I'm going to go straight for a Shadow Ball here, and it's going to do jack shit. And I was like, hello, it can't be Assault Vest, it used Stealth Rock. Damn, these things are strong. And so I think, okay, what can I do to pressure this Wollywog or whatever it's called? I think, yeah, Wollywog. Stupid name. Anyway, I'm gonna go into my Umbreon, my Umbreon. Oh, the unit, and he's gonna decide to Earth Power. Don't know why he was gonna use that against Kofagrigus, but whatever floats your boat, I guess. So I'm gonna go for Toxic this turn, which is a mistake by me because I don't know. I don't know if I should have expected the Toxic from this Seismitoad, but I mean, a Foul Play or a Wish would have been a much better play for me because I have Synchronize. Anyway, he's going to switch out, and so I didn't want to take the risk, so I decided to go for a Wish. Because I figured the Seismitoad might have the Toxic, so better trying to get the Synchronized shit off and get that working that way. So that was kind of my thought process at the time. Anyway, this Wheezing is basically dead to rights on its next turn because I'm an Umbreon. And so I'm just going to easily Foul Play the bitch, and down goes Wheezing, because it doesn't have a bad attack stat, because you run Explosion on Wheezing sometimes, so it's got to have a decent attack stat, right guys? Anyway, my Umbreon is now back to full health, because it's a threat! And out comes his Wollywog again, and this is where I make a little bit of an error play. I forgot why I had not Toxic the last turn, and I thought maybe it was going to switch out again, but it stayed in. And so now my Toxic is going to do shit, and I missed a turn to Wish or something. But anyway, I know that I can't touch this thing with Umbreon too much because it's using Scald and Earth Power, so it means it's probably got a nature that's decreasing its attack. So there's no point even trying to take this with my Umbreon. Umbreon is basically going to jack shit. But you know what? He's smart. She's smart. God. She's smart, and she predicts this. But you know what? It's okay. It's fine, guys. I'm just going to Wish before I switch, because I figured it was going to attack me, and then once I see what attack it wants to use against Umbreon, if it was Earth Power again, then I could switch into something that could take it, like my Venusaur. But the fact that it switched now into Scolipede means that I get a free switch into my absolute destruction machine, my shiny Terrakion. Not using Truth anymore. Truth didn't have the right EVs anyway. Oh, sorry, had the right EVs, just didn't have the right nature or IVs, whereas this one is like perfection. So he is going to protect on his first turn, which means he gets a speed boost, and he thinks, boy, I can outspeed this thing and just get off a nice and powerful Earthquake. No way, bitch, I'm Choice Scarf Terrakion, so get out. So that's why you run a Choice Scarf on your team, because anything with speed boost is not going to be able to outspeed you. Brings in the Seismitoad, and I realise, well, shit, I can't take this thing with a Terrakion, because Stone Edge is going to do Squat, and then it's going to come out with a Scald, and knowing me, it's either going to crit me, or burn me, or both. So I decide to go into my Venusaur again. Now, I figure this is a safe play, and if he wants to go for either Earth Power or Scald, it's going to do jack shit, but he goes for Toxic, and I was like, hello? Venusaur was the obvious switch there, so that was a bad play by him, and then he makes an even worse play. I don't even understand why he did this, why she, oh god, sorry, don't mean to offend women, sorry. I don't know why she didn't switch out this Seismitoad. I'm a Venusaur. Of course I'm going to Giga Drain this turn. I'm basically going to get all my health back, and down goes this Seismitoad. So, basically cleaning house on her team right now. She's got no response, and so she's going to bring out a Sableye. Now, I thought this thing was going to be a problem. You know, Prankster Sableye, really going to, you know, mess with my shit, but it just goes for a Taunt. And I'm just like, hello? Do you think I'm actually going to Leech Seed you, son? No, I'm just going to Giga Drain. And after the Rock's damage, it is going to take it down very nicely. And then, of all the items for this thing to have, it's got a red card. And I was like, what? Why would you run a red card in a Sableye? Anyway, it's going to bring out my Umbreon, which is probably like a terrible switch for me, because it can just taunt me straight away, and then that's 3 of my Umbreon's moves down the drain. And I know that it's going to... Oh, that was a hiccup, sorry. I know it's going to take at least 2 foul plays, and by the time I'm ready for the second foul play, it is just literally going to be able to recover every turn. So anyway, I'm going to go for the foul play, and I know the next turn the recover's coming, but I don't think I predicted that well. Actually, no, I play it smart. I figure that he's going to stay in and recover until my taunt ends, so I was going to switch out on the turn that my taunt ends. But no, instead of recovering, he decides to swagger, which is hugely risky. Because if I don't, like, this turn, if I hit myself in confusion, then he survives. If I didn't, then he was dead. So huge risk play there. But you know what? That's just how she rolls. I guess Lalonde, whatever your name is. So I know there's a recover coming this turn. There's no point keeping my Umbreon in. So I'm going to go back into my big-ass Venusaur. And I honestly figured that he was going to go for the taunts again, because he was like, oh, I don't want to get my shit leech seeded. But no, he decides instead to do something else. Sorry, that was my mic, just knocking it. Oh god. To swag at me, and I was like, fuck off. Why would you do that to a Venusaur? And I was like, well, you know what? It's okay. It's alright. Venusaur can take this. And so Venusaur is going to show you how powerful it is. This is so good. Okay, you know those times when you confuse somebody or you're confused and you're like, boy, I wonder what would happen if it went through like 3 or 4 turns of confusion and it never hurt itself? I'm that guy. I'm that guy, and every turn this Sableye is not healing enough to be able to survive my constant Giga Drains. So that's back-to-back turns of not getting hit in confusion, and at this stage I think she's ready to throw her to throw her game out the window. Goes for another recover, and I was like, not gonna help you, bro. Not gonna help you, because here comes another Giga Drain, because you know what? Venusaur don't care about confusion. So I get off another Giga Drain, and it lives with like 2 HP, and I was like, what? You kidding me? And I was... ugh. And so it decides to taunt. This is smart. She realized that her Sableye couldn't live another turn, even if she'd recovered. So she decided to taunt so that when she brought in her next Pokemon, I wouldn't be able to deal with it as well as I could with, say, like a Leech Seed or anything. So that was kind of a smart play by her. But I'm pretty sure now she's only got 1 Pokemon left, and that's her Porygon 2. And so, as much as I would have loved to Leech Seed this thing, I'm okay Sludge Bombing it. But of course, being Eviolite, it's a nice defensive duck. I was hoping for a Poison. But no, she's going to go for some Charge Beam. So I'm thinking, hello, Porygon Sweep? No, because Terrakion can come in whenever I want and close combat the fuck out of this Porygon 2. So I'm just going to keep Sludge Bombing, and I know one more Sludge Bomb is going to kill it. And that's when I realised, well, hang on. Why is she going for a Charge Beam? And I was like, oh, it's game then. She thinks it can still live another hit. I know that this is a 3-hit KO now thanks to Stealth Rocks. And so Venusaur's taunt over, like I'm going to Leech Seed now, when I can just Sludge Bomb this Porygon and kill it. So that sucks for her. But you know what? Shit happens. Get over it, Lalonde. Anyway, this is our last Pokemon now, which is a Purugly. And I was like, okay, what am I going to do to this thing? And she decides to forfeit. Because I still had my Tyranitar. The only thing that had died... No, nothing died on my team. It was going to be like a whole body bag. Holy crap, I wasn't even going to attack with my Venusaur. Seeing it was a Purugly, I realised that my best play was to go into Cofagrigus. And if it went for an Aerial Ace, I could eat that up. And then after that, I could just Will-O-Wisp it. And once the Purugly was Will-O-Wisp, I could just send in whatever I wanted, like my Escavalier, and just finish it off. So good battle Lalonde. Basically an absolute sweep by my team. Though then again, you look at her team compared to mine, and I think mine's just a bit more up there. So anyway, like I said, guys, in my previous videos, like, comment, subscribe. You know, the trifecta, guys. Come on. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to start doing showdown battles on Monday in Australia, and doing all my Wi-Fi battles, uploading them all on the Friday in Australia. So basically for you people overseas who are in Europe and America, basically what I'm saying, and also United Kingdom, basically what I'm saying is that I'm going to be uploading videos on your Sunday and your Thursday. So, you know, keep an eye out for those. All the fans that I have, you know, I haven't even reached double digits, so you know how sad that is. It is for me. Why don't people like me? Anyway, I'm going to sign off now because it's getting late in Australia and I've got some more battling to do so I can give you some stuff on Friday. So yeah, Verdugo29 signing out. Bye! Wow, that was... I was disappointed. My dog looked at me as if I'd just done like one of those whistles. Oh dear, I've got to go.